We know Andrew well enough to you know, we can go fuck himself with those fucking comments. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Keyboard Warriors presented by Crossers MMA. I am Eddie Law. That's Aaron Robbins from Stand and Bang MMA. That's Fred Kirby, also from Stand and Bang MMA and Gem City Fighting. Good evening, gentlemen. Let's get right into the show because I know we have some people waiting.
First off, is there really even a Stand and Bang MMA anymore?
Well, you tell me. Is there?
It exists.
It exists. I've actually gotten quite a few requests for us to start that show back up. I'll tell you what, if you fuckers want to get what is that called, a Kickstarter going?
GoFundMe.
To sweeten the fucking pot a little bit, then we might start talking with fucking meatheads again.
I mean, look, the music show is pretty fucking good on its own, dude, without having to fucking go through the effort of booking guests and all that shit, right? Because those fuckers are getting, look, for anyone that doesn't know, trying to book a guest and then actually getting to show up is a motherfucker. Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, we have a real life Englishman on every fucking he's amusing as hell.
Look, man, I'm still laughing about Halloween being the pedophile delivery service. I can't stop laughing. I was doing a Periscope, and I was talking about the Halloween this weekend, and you can actually send comments, and Andrew actually sent me a comment saying just that, and I stopped the show because I had to laugh too fucking hard. It was just so good. Anyway.
Only guy in the face of the planet that's more miserable than I am.
And it's fucking hilarious. So let's get right into UFC Dublin. Went down on Saturday. Obviously, the main event didn't go down. Joe Duffy getting a concussion the Saturday before his fight, the week before his fight, and so they pulled him off the card. They pulled Dustin Poirier off the card. First, I know me and Fred were talking about it before the show. Dustin Poirier turned down a fight against Norman Park. I argue that if Dustin Poirier, who was talking shit saying he'll fight anybody, if he didn't take the fight, that to me that's I don't know, that's an issue. But you think it's smart, right, Fred?
Yeah, man, I think it was a good move. I mean, listen, he didn't train to fight that little shitbird, and he was a less ranked opponent. I mean, fuck that taking that fight on 24 or 48 hours notice, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that does nothing for Dustin if he wins, and if Norman Park's little shitbird ass happens to get lucky and catches him with a punch, it fucking fucks Dustin. So, but like we said before we went on, though, it does feel like the type of thing that a BJ Penn or a Chuck Liddell would have kind of been like, fuck that. I flew to Ireland. Somebody's getting their ass whipped. Mm-hmm. Sure, let Norman Park step up and take this ass whipping, and that is one of the reasons why I love those guys. But all in all, it was probably smart to just say fuck that.
Absolutely. That is a lose-lose for Poirier and a win-win for Norman Park. Because first off, who the fuck is Norman Park outside of Northern Ireland? Nobody. He's got no chance of nothing, right? He's awkward as shit. He got lucky in his last fight and landed a good punch. Congratulations. That's great. I would say even somebody like Stevie Ray, right? Stephen Ray? Mm-hmm. Okay. I could see that. That looks like a good fight. I might like that if they were in the same weight class. I don't even know if they are. But not Norman Park, because that's a lose-lose for Poirier and a win-win for Norman Park. True. He gets to fight somebody that's way out of his league. He gets a chance to vault himself, into the top 10 or whatever, or at least the top 10 opponent. And then if he loses, well, he was supposed to lose. He gets a paycheck, and who cares?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think it's kind of.
I will say this though, the main event that went down, unacceptable.
Yeah, no, you can't.
That's not a main event. They should have just said, "Fuck it, we really do not have a main event." But you can't just say, "Well, okay, you know what? Paddy Houlihan in a 3-round fight. That's our main event." Because what the fuck else do we got?
Yeah, and actually we got a comment on the main event here. What was supposed to be the main event? Munch MMA saying Joe Duffy was not injured. He wasn't able to cut weight because of no IV.
Is that confirmed by anybody but Munch MMA?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't think so. I don't think
it's slander.
Yeah, come on, Munch. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. You know how we do our fact checking on this show.
Yeah, we're all professional on this show. Don't be spreading your fucking slanderous filth on us.
Yeah. We don't fact check. We just talk about Cyborg and dancing with the head and shit. So.
Oh, her penile implant?
Stop it! You guys are mean.
You guys are mean. What did you say last week?
I said I'd bang her. She's got a great ass. What the fuck?
Okay, all right. Let's talk about the main event that did fucking go down, which was Paddy Houlihan against Louis Smolka. Blue Smoker winning the second round via rear naked choke. That wasn't much of a main event, just like Aaron was saying, man. I honestly, they could have. I don't know what the hell they could have done at this point. Like they could have ever replaced it. There was really nothing they could do. Someone suggested cancel the card. That wasn't an option at that point. You know, somebody like Benson Henderson was tweeting out that he'd be down to fight. Fucking Ross Pearson and Paul Felder were down to throw it. You know, were down to fight at the main event last second. You could have done either one of those. I don't know how that works out. Either one of those fights would have been way better than when it actually went down, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, so and I know Fred, you missed it, but it was just a terrible fight.
I'm sorry, there's only one fighter at SBG that's a main event.
Yep.
And he wasn't there. Although he did say that Peanut could try again. He did throw his hat in the ring and say Dustin Poirier can try again, which I thought was kind of cute because he knew it would never happen, but whatever. But there's no time in the history of me watching fights, and no offense because I've talked with Patty Houlihan, there's no time in the history of fights where Patty Houlihan's a main event. He is a B-list fighter at best, and I had Smolka winning it, so I wasn't surprised at all when the old Irish boy didn't pull it off in the end there. He looked pretty good in the first round, but for a guy that only weighs 108 pounds and is mostly bone, he sure does gas.
Yeah, he got tired real quick, and Smolka took advantage. Smolka came to fucking fight, though. I was impressed with him. Impressed with him and the way he was able to just basically handle Holohan in the second round, especially. But you know, you can't really make this like it was the biggest fight of his career. You know, it was probably because of his main event, right? But it's fucking Patty Holohan, right?
But you have to look at it from their perspective. That was probably a really good pay increase.
Oh yeah.
You know, going from wherever on the card to being the main event. They what the hell? They went from the nowhere to co-main to main event. That's got to be a huge pay increase from both the UFC and from Reebok.
Yeah, and for Patty Holohan, that's as high as he's ever gonna get, ever.
But listen, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like fucking Irish Joe either got hurt.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, what are you gonna do? Like the dude had to step up, and I mean, Patty's a bit of a shitbird, but I'll give him this. He is fun to watch fight, right? The little prick is Irish. He's got a good fan base. I'd say fucking given the circumstances, fuck it, man. It was the best they could do, and all things are right in the universe. Patty lost, and he'll probably be getting his walking papers before too long. I think it's just one of those cases of where they're trying to exploit a guy who's fucking got a little fan base in his nation or country. It's the GSP effect, you know what I'm saying? Or like we was talking about before we went on, it's that with that cat from China, the Mongolian wolf. They tried their best to get that cat some wins. Ting Zhao or whatever the fuck his name was. He fucking sucked, man. But every time they went anywhere near Asia, they threw that prick on a card and hoped to God he could get a big win so they could ride it out. Paddy's kind of that guy. He's exciting. He's fun. And when you're in Ireland, he's a good draw. But he's not that great of a fighter.
I will tell you what I did like is that he went out on his shield, and then in his post-fight interview, he was very gracious. You know, I'm going to go have a cup of tea. But, you know, they always sound exactly the same to me when they get up there. Oh, and I'm going to have a cup of tea, and I fought my heart out, and I love Dublin, and all of this Guinness, and blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Just fucking shut up. Why did you even interview him? He lost. You know what I mean? They never do that unless it's the fucking shitbird from that country that lost. Other than that, they would already fucking given him his walking papers.
Absolutely. Now, what did you think of Darren Till against Nicholas Dalby? Because that was actually a pretty good fight, and then in a draw.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought that definitely could be a draw. I wasn't surprised. Funny enough, I had left the room. And I thought that one might end up being. I heard it. I didn't actually see it.
Yeah.
What was it? Didn't one of them have a super good third round?
I don't remember who it was, but I know the scores were 29-28 and then two 28-28s. So
right, that's one of those where I couldn't distinguish one fighter from the other.
Yeah, I don't know
who was winning. That was very evenly contested, so a draw, good by me. Let's move on.
All right, and then Neil Seary defeats John De Los Reyes via submission in the second round, which, okay.
Yeah, there's another one with that two-tap Seary guy.
All right. All the fucking Irish hate.
I got a lot of it. I'm Scottish.
Clearly.
My family's from Scotland. Fuck them.
All
Got
right.
a bunch of fucking potato-sucking bastards.
Jesus Christ. Do all the other European cunts just hate Ireland? Is that how it works?
Yeah. It's like the fucking it's like the Mississippi of
Europe.
for sure.
Alabama.
Hey, you want to talk about some Irish hate, man? Andrew Reid. Andrew Reid can't stand the Irish.
He has creative Irish hate.
Oh, it's
Munchers and fucking all sorts of
always
The
funny.
potato botherers.
It's always
That's good. I fucking love that. The potato botherers. Just the idea of that being an insult. Like they're bothering the potatoes. They're
I
fucking
think,
so much.
I think he means they're potato fuckers.
All right. Let's talk about real quick before we get to the real main event. Ashlyn Daly versus Erica Almeida. Not a entertaining fight really. It went to decision and everything, and Ashlyn Daly still doesn't beat the top 10 in that division. Maybe the top 6.
I will tell you this about Aisling Daly. She can make any fight look bad. Here's Andrew Reid right here. All potato goblins are dreadful fighters.
Potato goblins.
Potato goblins.
Oh, jeez.
No,
All
but
right.
seriously, have you ever? I mean, even though she wins, Ash the Bash looks like a spastic, like Down syndrome victim when she's in there. It just, she always looks all fucking roughed up and abraded after the first round, and she's bleeding out of all of her pores. And just the awkward no power strikes that she throws. She does, she does try awfully hard. I'll tell you that.
Jesus, that's so fucking demoralizing. She gives it her all, but she still stinks.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's like the girl that doesn't know what she's doing in bed, but gives her all. Fucking chipped beef and everything. Just gives her hell.
You gotta give it to them. That's kind of like old Patty. At least they do come to fucking fight.
Yeah.
They're full of vigor, those Irish.
And they give me one. They give me one more chance to do the heart.
But
That's
you know what?
that's what she sounded like after her fight too. Oh, and I'm gonna go back to the hotel and rub Paddy Shillelagh tonight because that's why he left his wife.
Fucking plain old Gary's back. He's tweeting over saying, a draw? Does that still happen? And he also says, liking the Irish grandparent impression.
It's true.
All right. Let's talk about the real main event, in my opinion. It's Cathal Pendring getting murked by Tom Breeze in the first round. Isn't it about goddamn time? Isn't it about goddamn time?
It's the first time, in my opinion, it's the first time they gave. Were they calling him Carl? Is his name Carl or Cathal? What?
I've heard both.
It's Cathal.
Cathal. But Breeze is a UK fighter, right? An English fighter.
Right, undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's pretty legitimate. So I don't know how the SBG camp agreed to this fight. They're like, look, Coral, you're going to have to fight a guy who actually knows how to fight. You'd have thought he said, oh, not me. I'm not going to do that on this card. Fucker. He got his ass whipped, man. That Breeze opened him up early and often. That was great.
Breeze, dude, 6'3", 24 years old, 9-0 now in his career, 2-0 in the UFC. Cathal Pendring's a pretty. I mean, he lost his last fight against John Howard, but I think it was a split decision, right? Back in fucking July. But before that, Pendring had a 4-fight win streak.
No, he did not. The judges made a mistake in at least 2 of those fights.
The judges were drunk in at least 2 of those fights.
Well, one of them for sure. Remember, that was like I can't remember what fight it was, but that was like the biggest outrage of the month.
Was it Sean Spencer?
Let me look it up. It might have been. No, it was a Sean Spencer fight, if I'm not mistaken. It was either that one or Gesson.
You know what?
Just fucking blatant.
Listen, this does bring up a bigger point for me, man. Like, okay, so fucking Patty, Ash the Bash, and this fucking Cathal prick, they're all fucking SBG guys and girls, right? They're all from Straight Blast Gym.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, and then you got Connor at the fucking top of the heap. I don't know, man. Does fucking coaching really matter that much? Like, what's the cat's name? Kavanaugh? Is that
John Kavanaugh? Yeah.
John Kavanaugh. He's since Connor's became so famous, he's got a lot acclaim behind that. I'm sure he's got a lot of business with his gym. And, you know, I guess to a degree, rightfully so. You look at Conor, you look at the way he fights, you look at the success he's had, fucking megastar, the whole most of it. But then you look at all the other fucking people that come out of his gym, and maybe it's just fucking Conor's really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other people, they all kind of look the same, I guess is my point. They all kind of have the same fighting style. Like, they're kind of
Let's look at a specific example, though. Like, all the guys that Dwayne Ludwig gets a hold of, right, all of a sudden start looking like who? Dominic Cruz. He looked at Dominic Cruz, and he's like, that's how you should fight. Then all of a sudden you got TJ Dillashaw, and he's dancing around, and then even some of the other alpha fags started fighting like that before he took off. So that's where coaching, 100%. Now, Conor McGregor is just Conor McGregor, because there isn't nobody else in that gym that even remotely touches him. They don't do any of the, what is that, capoeira. They're not doing any of that wide stance karate. They're just in there flailing. Like, they got no idea what they're doing. And then you got Patty Holohan, who looks like a fucking nightmare from Halloween. Looks like Jack Skellington fucking coming after you.
Yeah.
Scary shit.
Yep.
Yep, definitely. So
yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Fucking SBG better get their shit together, though, or they're going to be fucking riding Conor's star to nothing.
So I saw that. I think what you're bringing up is I think I saw it on Facebook. It said, "Is the Irish invasion just hype?" Yeah,
it is. Yeah, pretty much.
No, duh. I mean, it's one guy, really. I mean, okay, I guess there's what? There's Duffy. But
yeah, Duffy's like the second most legit fighter out of Ireland, really.
And then
he's training over at TriStar.
Stephen Ray is Scottish, right?
Yeah.
He is.
All right, so we got Conor McGregor and the guy that beat Conor McGregor.
Yeah, there you go. That's
pretty much.
I mean, yeah, that's it. So
the rest of the fighters from the Emerald Isle are also birds of shit. So
Norman Park included, even if he won.
Oh yeah, I mean, but he's fucking Northern Ireland. That's not even Ireland.
Real quick, before we finish that part, I don't remember we talked about the T-shirts last week. Did we talk about T-shirt?
Oh yeah, UFC fucked Northern Ireland, didn't they?
Hard. If you guys didn't see, Reebok fucked them up. Reebok made a UFC shirt that had the island itself without Northern Ireland in it and called it Ireland. The difference, from what I understand, is if you have the entire map including Northern Ireland, that's Ireland. If you only have the part that they actually had, that's the Republic of Ireland. It's a difference, right? But it's a fucking huge deal to the people of Ireland. Everybody was offended.
It's a huge deal to the potato goblins.
No, here's the thing. You know what fucking what made me actually research it was the fact that I tweeted the picture out and I was laughing about it. Andrew Reid within seconds goes, "Holy fuck, that's a big fuck up." He didn't make no potato jokes. He didn't shit on the Irish whatsoever.
He was serious.
He was serious. He goes, "Holy fuck, that's a big fucking deal. That's a big fuck up." And I was like, "Oh shit, if Andrew Reid thinks it's a fucking deal," I started researching that shit right away. Like, why are they offended?
Yeah, because it's like fucking North Korea and South Korea over there, right? Like they don't fuck with one another. Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland or Southern Ireland or what have you.
Well, I can't think of any other fighter from Northern Ireland besides Norman Park. So what, does Mom get on the phone? That's not fair.
Oh, Gunnar Nelson. Andrew Reid just pointed out Gunnar Nelson. I forgot about that.
Gunnar Nelson? He's not from Northern Ireland.
No, SBG. Yeah, true.
Oh. Isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he trains in that gym too. He's not from Ireland, but I think he does.
He's Connor's boyfriend, so he has to be.
Settle down.
Hey, look, they spar together all the time.
You seen all them underwear pictures? The fucking jury's still out.
Oh, stop it.
Hey, they're at least suspect. I'll say that much.
There you go.
All right. Couple more tweets here. Gregory Stone tweets over saying, he's talking about that. Oh, tell Kirby to stop wanking on Omegle. I caught him twice. LOL. What the fuck's Omegle?
I don't know. He fucking wakes me up early in the morning with some fucking tweet. He's playing fucking random games with pricks jerking their snake on some fucking site. This dude did kind of look like me. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know it was him doing it. Like, I didn't know what the fuck kind of scam he was running.
Who's Greg Stone? Did we pick up another fan that talks to us?
He's the crypt keeper.
What?
Or whatever it is.
MMA Crypt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Greg.
He also has fun playing with the kitty wankers.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
And then, just to finish up the card, Darren Elkins wins a boring ass fight by decision.
Oh
and
my
then,
fucking god, that guy Darren Elkins.
I can't wait for it. Dude, I don't know how they're gonna get rid of him, but they need to get rid of him.
3 fights in a row, real quick. That's what needs to happen.
Fuck.
That fucking guy.
Yeah.
Who is fighting?
Robert Whiteford.
No.
Yeah.
I talked with him too. That's his claim to fame. He took a piss during my show.
I didn't even know that.
Took the phone with him.
Oh yeah!
During
I
my
remember
show.
you talking about that shit. Yeah. That shit was so good.
You know what? Okay. Hey. You know what? Not for nothing, since he's not watching the show. You know what else Mr. Whiteford is famous for?
Huh.
Sending me a picture of his dishwasher full of dildos.
Fuck out of here. Really?
I'm 1,000% serious. He is the dirtiest fucker I've ever talked to in my life.
Yo, wait.
Hands down. Dishwasher full of dildos.
How did you get the picture?
He sent it to me.
Messenger on fucking Facebook, my friend. I was talking with him and his manager. 2 of the filthiest fucking people I've ever talked to in my life. I tell you what, American ladies, if Robert Whiteford wants you to come back to his hotel room,
don't.
You're either in for a real bad time or a real good time, depending on what kind of girl you are.
Yeah, see what kind of shit you're about, man. You'll find out real quick.
Let me tell you what, if he brings out his special suitcase, I'd run.
Oh, shit. All right. And then the very first fight of the night, Gareth McClellan against Bubba Bush. And he TKO'd Bubba Bush in the 3rd round.
I'll tell you what, Bubba Bush looked, with that fucking name, he looked legit, didn't he?
Yeah, he fucking looked like a bad motherfucker.
Right up until he got knocked out like a retard.
Gareth McClellan looks like a freaking caveman fucking killer. Like he that's a scary looking bastard.
Both of those guys are pretty rough around the edges.
Yeah. So
overall, what was your score on the old Dublin card?
Here's the thing, because me and Fred were talking about this before the show started. As soon as we heard Joe Duffy was out, interest is plummeted on the card. I still watched it, the entire card, but I didn't really give a shit about it. But overall, I mean, if let's say out of 10, like a 6, 5 maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm optimistic. What about you, Fred?
I'll tell you what. My interest plummeted so far that I didn't watch the goddamn card. I tuned in when the main card started a little bit with where the fuck that fight was.
Siri.
Yeah, and then I watched a little bit of the co-main, and then I stuck around to watch old Patty take a spanking. But oh man, I just could not get into this card, man. I couldn't really care about it.
Now, am I mistaken, or did this card lose its main event and its co-main event?
Coleman was supposed to be Stipe against Rothwell. Stipe got hurt and got a number 1 contender fight out of it, and then Rothwell was just hanging out.
Who was it supposed to be?
Stipe and Rothwell.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, when you lose the main and the co-main event, that's a shitter.
Yeah.
I wonder if Stipe in this fake injury regrets it, because he would have actually got bumped to the main event.
Possible, but he got Arlovsky out of it. I mean, that's a number 1 contender fight, pretty much.
Yeah, and then what? They just said, fuck you, Ben Rothwell.
Yeah, and Rothwell was pissed about it, too. Rothwell was so angry.
Well, because Stipe pulls out of the fight, and instead of when Stipe heals, he gets Rothwell again. He gets Arlovsky, and Rothwell just has to sit on the sidelines.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's what you get for that fucking laugh, Ben.
That's what you get for being disgusting.
They put him on the Q&A, him, Rory McDonald. They had Arlovsky at the Q&A and a couple of people. And one of the fans, one of the Irish, asked him to do the laugh again. He fucking did it.
No way.
Yeah.
Did he nail it?
It wasn't as enthusiastic as after his fight, but it was pretty close.
Yeah.
By the way, he was pissing off Arlovsky at the Q&A. Arlovsky looked pretty visibly fucking annoyed with all the shit Rothwell was talking. And, I don't know, it was pretty funny. But, you could tell Rothwell was like, you know what, fuck everybody.
You know what? I think I've turned the corner on Ben Rothwell. Is he big, hairy, disgusting, and kind of annoying? Sure. But you know what? I kind of am interested in watching him fight now. He's actually built up a little bit of I give a fuck. I kind of care. What the fuck? I'm interested to see who he gets next, man. He's won a couple fucking big fights.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, well, let's talk about that there, fellas, since we're on the heavyweights. What are we thinking about old Stipe versus Pitbull there?
Man, that's go ahead,
To be honest with you, it makes my fucking cock soft. I don't fucking love this fight at all. It fucking I'm not.
Wait, was it hard before we started talking about?
Yeah, it was. Had a nice big fucking raging hard on over here, and then we brought up that shitbird fight, and it fucking ruined it. I don't know. What is this exciting, really? How do you see this fight playing out? For some reason, I just get the vibe that this fight's going to fucking be boring and tedious. Maybe it was Arlovsky's last fight, but I don't know, man.
Stipe's last fight?
Yeah, and Stipe's last fight. Maybe that's what it is. Both their last fights were kind of lackluster, so I don't know. Maybe it'll be a barn burner, but I'm just not excited for this. Maybe not as excited as I should be.
Here's what I think. Arlovsky wants to make it up to DW because he does seem kind of like that lapdog where he got bitched out by Dana. So he's going to come out guns a-blazing, look pretty good for a little while, then that suspect chin, old fucking Stipe Miocic is going to clip him, and then Stipe's career keeps on trucking. That's what I think happens.
I'm with you on that one. I think he's gonna KO fucking Arlovsky. But still, the injured guy gets a fight before Rothwell does. Like, what the fuck? Andrew Reed says, "Big, hairy, disgusting. No wonder Fred likes Rothwell."
It's true. It's true.
And then TCU. Oh no, at MMA fan _1996. Jesus, what a name. Says McClellan is Keith Jardine's son. He looks just like him.
That's disgusting. I always use that word, but that's literally just Keith Jardine is one of the fucking ugliest humans I had ever seen before. Ever.
And then Munch says on YouTube says, since Ben Rothwell opened his own gym, he has evolved as a fighter. I didn't even know he had his own gym. So,
I think after that motherfucker got popped for steroids, he evolved as a fighter.
I didn't even know he was a fighter.
All right. Let's move on here. Talk about Bellator. First of all, did anyone get to see that? I only got to see I think one of the fights, and that's on. I watched it on replay. But let's talk about basically the only fight on that whole card that even mattered.
MVP. Who was the main event?
Michael Hasley. How do you say his name?
Brandon Halsey, you idiot.
Halsey, sorry. See, that's how little I give a fuck. Brandon Halsey against Rafael Carvalho.
That was fucking great. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, that was a good fight. I watched that fight.
The reason I didn't watch it.
Big old fucking high school douchebag jock, Brandon Halsey. I can't lose to nobody. I didn't even lose my belt. And he got hit hard. Boop. Oh, my stomach.
Yeah.
Yes, you motherfucker. I loved it. And then, of course, he gets all that fucking Facebook cocksucking. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you come back stronger. This and that. Not your liver. Apparently, all the fucking steroids and sit-ups didn't do shit for your liver.
Yeah, that's right. That was a great liver kick, too. I remember tweeting something about Boss Rutan after that. I bet you Boss Rutan was fucking blowing his top after that because it was perfect.
That was his name? Last name is Carvalho?
Carvalho, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He dug them toes in.
Yep.
Real mean like.
That
Yeah.
Bad.
Fucking end of her. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. He bended him up. I thought the main event was tight. And then obviously MVP, right? Like, clearly that's where else we were going with that.
If you want to talk about fucking mean fucking elbows, MVP dropping elbows on this on Bellator newcomer, by the way, but still. Charlie Ontiveros, dude, fucked him. Oh, that was just...
Okay, did you guys get to see the last moment of the fight where what's-his-fuck's mouth was hanging off his face?
Yeah, he busted his fucking jaw. Completely fucked it up.
That was some nasty garbage. I'll tell you, and I know where Fred's going with this. He was a shitbird, and it's time for MVP to start getting some real fucking opponents. Because they're protecting him. They're protecting him because he is awesome, but we need to see how awesome he is. No more of the shitbirds. He needs to have a fucking mid-level opponent and smoke him. Because if that would have been, say, like a... Yeah, maybe not Douglas Lima level. I can't even fucking reconcile with Bellator. Yeah. I don't know who's mid-level. Everybody's mid-level in Bellator.
Yeah.
But let's say it would have been somebody, okay, like, fuck. What weight class is he in?
UFC equivalent, 170.
I have no idea who Bellator 170. But let's say like a Douglas Lima-esque kind of guy. Do you know what I mean? Like around there, maybe a former champion. If he would have snapped both sides of his face off on a guy like that, boom, star power, just like that. But doing it to a newcomer, shit, he might have been regional talent. Which,
yeah. I mean, there's a ton of ways to go about this with MVP. He definitely needs a bump up in competition. I wouldn't want to give him nobody, extremely up the food. I'd like to see him fight a good wrestler. Like a legit wrestler with a name, though, you know what I'm saying? Not somebody that they're just like, oh, this guy has a wrestling pedigree. But, like, I'm trying to think of, I can't think of nobody in fucking Bellator's fucking welterweight division, but, somebody over there with some fucking decent wrestling credentials, some kind of name, man.
If we could cut Johnny Hendricks today and send him to Bellator, who brought that fight?
Nah. That's too high.
Let's not be fucking
listen.
You know what's sad is that we cannot name one single fucking Bellator 170-pound fighter.
Yeah, it's rough.
Who's their 170-pound champ?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I talk, dude. Bellator. Look, as much as people want to say, "Oh, Bellator's catching up to the UFC," the people have been saying that for like years now. No, the fuck, it's not. It's not even close.
I'll tell you what, that's not gonna It's not gonna happen. The UFC is never gonna, or Bellator will never catch UFC. But if UFC keeps fucking up, their quality might slide down pretty damn close. Because I'll tell you what, I'm starting to look forward to Bellator cards every now and then.
Yeah, kind of depending. Like I didn't really care for this one except for the MVP fight. Like that's about it. But
there was some good fights. But you know what happened?
Huh?
Lion fights were on at the same time.
That was an issue too. And you know what? I fucking missed the card because thanks a lot. I'm gonna fucking shit on somebody. Cox Cable here in Arizona. Fuck you guys for not having Access TV. You guys can go fuck yourselves twice over. Couldn't find a stream anywhere. For some reason, no one streams that shit online, so I missed out. But I did get to see the GIF of Mr. John Wayne Parr getting a new vagina installed on his forehead. That was fucking gross. But entertaining at the same time.
You know, that's one of those things. John Wayne is shit, hold on. John Wayne is 39 years old, wants to come over to America and make a little name for himself, and then fight super welterweight instead of welterweight. He was up against an opponent much younger and a guy that is way physically bigger. I just think they could have done better. You know, John Wayne Parr does not get the fucking respect. His first fight this long in the U.S. should have been against somebody his own size, a good warm-up fight. You know what I mean? Let the American fans see what he's all about. But it was. I'll tell you what, go on to Facebook and watch his trainer and his doctor talk out of his cut. That was fucking hilarious.
That was entertaining shit.
So hold on, just for a minute, just to go back to this, because I was really curious about that. I looked up the welterweight roster for Bellator.
Andre Koreshkov's the champion according to Munch.
And I tell you what, we might be fucked.
Why?
I mean, there's nobody for MVP to fight. There's nobody that fits that bill. There's Koscheck, Paul Daly, Douglas Lima, a list of shitbirds.
I fucking told you, Douglas Lima. I'm impressed with myself right now. I can quit this show. I knew that Douglas Lima was a Bellator fucking welterweight. Woohoo!
I mean, that's literally it, man. That cat Chris Honeycutt, he's 2-0 in Bellator and he's 6-0 overall. But I mean, he's still not really a name. I wonder what MVP's deal is. Did he tell us how many fights he had when we had him on the show, Aaron? Left with Bellator, because he needs to get the fuck out of there.
Did he say 3 or 4? He said like 3 or 4 or more.
I don't think he would tell us.
I don't think he did either. I think he was my manager knows type shit.
I've heard 3 or 4.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. He needs to get the fuck out of Bellator. That's what needs to happen, because he's super talented and he's got that charisma and star power. But I don't know, unless they give him like Koscheck or some shit. But I know they're trying to line up the Koscheck Paul Daly rematch. So obviously that's
that would be a good one. Daly and MVP. Either way, they have got to start giving him higher caliber opponents, or nobody's going to care. He's just, I mean, it's almost like exhibition fights. Yeah, you know that this flashy cat.
Right.
But I will tell you what I liked about this fight that I haven't seen out of MVP before. When he was landing those elbows, They were with evil intent.
Mm-hmm.
Those weren't pity pat. He saw an opening and he fucking drilled that boy on both sides of his face. I love that. That was turning the other cheek. He goes, bang!
Bam.
Motherfucker reacts by turning the other way. Bang! There goes your other. No,
that's not how you defend it.
Then just for 1 second. Damn! He fucking killed him.
Yeah, dude, when his jaw was hanging, I was like, when the fuck, which elbow broke his shit? It looked like the very first one.
I think, the first one that landed flush, bang. I think that broke it. I thought he busted both sides because he hit him there, and then the fucker turned his face, and then he hit him right on the other side, bang.
Yeah, he hit his leg jaw.
Yeah, but he snapped his jaw right off.
Yeah, ugh, that fucking sucks.
Oh, and for everybody who's watching, who fucked up my weekend, they killed Glenn on The Walking Dead. Cocksucker.
Dude, we can talk about that later. Fucking, but yeah, you did get all pissed off. Okay. Oh, Jesse from Crossman's chiming in. Bellator's contract with fighters for 6 to 10 fights. God damn, it's a lot of fights in a contract, though.
Makes sense, though.
Yeah, but he's already had how many fights?
Damn it, I had it up a second ago. He's had quite a few, actually.
Yeah, I think he's had like 4 or 5 under the Bellator roster.
At least. So, yeah, he's almost there.
Under the Bellator banner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Banner, yeah, my bad. Banner, whatever, motherfucker.
Okay, all right.
English
all right, let's move on to the next subject here. John Jones reinstated. This happened during the weekend, I think, and obviously people come for the DC fight. DC saying it's not gonna happen in New York. Makikawa, the fucking cocksucker we all fucking know and hate, or I do. At least I can't stand the motherfucker. He comes out and says, "Oh, it's not really up to DC. I think it's more up to John Jones and all this other shit." So, look, John Jones is back. He's gonna come get his belt back, right? I mean, we pretty much all agree.
John Jones is back, and I have made the biggest 180-degree switch in the history of the world. I cannot wait for old Johnny Bones to be back. Get in that fucking cage and smash DC. I want to see DC cry again. Love it.
Yeah.
I hate DC. I'll tell you what, I didn't think that I would dislike anybody more than John Jones. All I wish out of John Jones is that he comes out and is like, you know what? I'm going to be a fucking prick. Because did you see the video of him dancing after he found out he was reinstated?
No, I didn't see that. I want to see that.
I'll tell you what, that guy is something else. He had fucking Pookie hair from New Jack City. He looked like fucking Pookie, and he's dancing around. It was some good shit. I'll tell you what. I hope he just comes back with that persona. It's just like, yep, slap on the wrist again. I guess I have to murder somebody next time. And then beat the shit out of DC. Just kill him.
All right, go ahead.
Listen, I like DC actually, man, but I don't know. I don't know what makes that dude think that he's gonna have any say so on where this fight happens, or like, you know what I'm saying? He kind of makes it seem like he's going to be able to, look, man, John's still the man. John Jones is still the real champ, and everybody that really knows what the fuck time it is going to be tuning in to see the champ come back. So, you know, I like DC and all. I think he's, you know, he's a fun champion. He gets you caring about his fights one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like him, you fucking want to see him lose. But, you know, he's not going to be fucking calling any shots. What the fuck? He's not the star in this equation, John.
All right, so the two questions that are posed to us right now. Will John Jones be any good off of the Colombian marching powder?
No.
And two, does he need a warm-up fight first?
Okay, the warm-up fight first, no offense, but whoever asked that question should hang themselves.
Your buddy.
We don't care. You be nice.
Your buddy.
No. Fucking, of course not, man. Dude don't need no fucking warm-up fight. He's the fucking king. And, I mean, listen, as far as him not being on coke, I don't know. You would think that it shouldn't affect his performance at all. But
what makes any of you think that he has stopped cocaine? I just told you he had fucking Pookie hair dancing around his goddamn living room.
Of course he's gay. Of course he's gay.
Have you seen him at the gym? I don't think that's his pre-workout powder making him that energetic. Just saying.
He's a fucking beast in the gym. Like, he's fucking doing ridiculous weights and shit. It's incredible.
Ridiculous.
No. What the fuck are we talking about? No, man. I don't think he fucking does a little 8-ball and then goes in and works out harder than everybody else, and that's what's been keeping him a cut above the rest.
I think it does.
I think it helps. Columbia marching powder. Fuck out of here. But I don't know. If he's been doing it for a long time, maybe it's a lifestyle thing. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it helps him focus.
Maybe. I mean, Jesse's saying over here on Messenger saying Aaron should just throw away some KFC, some fried chicken in front of DC to make him cry. Just dump a bucket right in front of DC to make him cry.
Yeah, tell him to. That's Popeyes first off.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, it's KFC, but that's it.
If you can get DC to watch the show, I'll ruin some chicken and some fucking Twinkies right in front of him. Get him to cry a little tear. I'll tell you what, he should be shot over that fucking chicken and Twinkie song. It makes me sick.
I'll tell you what, I love that fucking song.
I laughed for a
second. Popeyes on the ground, he's going to throw you through the fucking attic. Did you see what he did to Gustafson?
Yeah.
You're smaller than Gus.
Dude, speaking of Gustafson, Fred, what do you do with Gustafson? Because I argue you give him Ryan Bader.
Yeah, listen, I tell you what, I don't think Gustafson's in that bad of a spot as everybody might think. I think that he was competitive in both of the big fights. I don't think it's like Uriah Faber, where he like took beatings from the champion, and you're like, all right, it's enough with you. You don't got a shot. I still think on the right night that Gustafson could potentially beat DC or John Jones. Both those fights were really close. I mean, the Anthony Johnson one is the one to worry about. So
that's what I think. For me, the DC fight proved something about Gustafson. Is that Rumble fight might have been a fluke.
Yeah, absolutely.
He took John Jones, man. There's still a lot of people out there bent about that fight because they think he won that fight. He was very competitive with DC. That was surprising. So I looked at it like this. After the Rumble fight, if DC took him out easily, then I was kind of thinking, okay, Gustafson isn't what we thought he was. But when he fought DC and he fought him that well, Gustafson's a bad motherfucker. He just doesn't seem to... You know what? If he fucking fought like he hit pads... He's got to stop that turning his back and running away shit.
Yeah, dude,
that was not a great fucking game plan that night.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that wasn't a great look. The whole fucking flat turning your back and running and shit. But like I said, I think that he still isn't that bad. He still gets a top contender, right? I mean, he doesn't really fall down the pecking order all that fucking much.
Now you brought up an interesting fighter, Ryan Bader. For all of the hate that we throw at fucking Darth Vader, when's the last time that fucking prick lost?
Fucking, he's got 5 in a row, I think.
That's crazy for light heavyweight. First off.
You know what the thing is, though? The thing is, I think everybody knows he's got an obvious ceiling. So it's hard to get excited about Ryan Bader because you know he can't beat DC. You know he can't beat John Jones. John Jones handled Bader.
Easily.
And I doubt he's got anything for Gus. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things where he's on a good run, but come on. Well, okay. Fuck Gustafson. What do you do with Bader? Where the fuck does he go from here? Because I feel like he's fucked at this point.
Yeah. Well, look, he's got 5 in a row. Sorry, go ahead.
I think that Bader's in the same boat as Stipe Miocic. Nobody wants to see him fight for the title. Doesn't matter if it's against DC, John Jones, the man on the moon. It don't make no difference because then there's a slight chance that fucking Ryan Bader's the heavyweight champion of the world. And that's fucked up. So, yeah, I say let Gus fucking decimate him.
True.
Oh, man. Andrew's going to be mad at this. Munch saying Gus is overrated. He ran the whole fight. Let's see. What else? Gus will open up.
Shit.
What? Oh, dude. Andrew takes... What?
We just started a feud. Have fun, Munch.
Andrew takes Gus seriously, man. That dude does not fucking play.
Fucking any European fighter. You can't be shitting on them. English will stay up all night coming up with creative ways to insult you.
He's really good at it, too.
He's not overrated, though, man. Nobody that goes 5 rounds with DC is overrated.
And John Jones.
And John Jones, yeah. 10
fucking hard-fought rounds with the best and second-best fighters at light heavyweight on the planet.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like that. I like what English just tweeted, though.
Yeah.
Bader and Rumble. You know why I like that? Because Rumble probably ends up fucking ruining Bader. And that's one of those Cathal type deals where I would love nothing more than to just see Darth Vader get crumbled up. Like, there you go, buddy. There's your fucking title shot. Now zip it.
I'll tell you what. Okay, Mike Jarvis says Bader can go suck on a big black cock bong. We know where that
That was
comes
Mike Jarvis that said that.
from. Yeah.
At whatever the fuck.
Okay, now the other thing about Bader versus Rumble is that we all know that Rumble tends to gas,
Mhm.
and Bader tends to be a wet blanket when he's up against somebody who can knock him out. So that might be the other side of that coin, is that Bader weathers the first round storm, and we get a fucking boring ass fight.
Hopefully not. By the way, we did start a feud because Andrew Reid just sent out his "You There Fuck Off" meme for Munch.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys see this? This is Andrew Reid's favorite meme. Can you guys see this, or is there too much glare?
I can see it. Keep talking.
All right, yeah, right there. What does it say? You there, fuck off? Here,
Yeah.
I mean, you there, fuck off. And when you get there, fuck off from there too. Then fuck off some more. Keep fucking off until you get back here, and then fuck off again.
I love that meme. I really do. Yeah. So, what is it? Oh, fucking plain old Gary sent out a picture. It looks like Chris Rock, but I can't tell what he's fucking doing.
Is it Pookie?
Is it Pookie? It is Pookie. It is Pookie. Yes, it's Pookie. You're right.
It looks like Chris Rock. It's Pookie, motherfucker.
Pookie, you're right. My bad.
Ah!
Anyway, all right. So, let's see. Nothing else on YouTube right now. All right, let's fucking talk about real quick. LeVar Johnson, man. LeVar Johnson has been in jail for 2 months. Beat the shit out of his girlfriend allegedly, and then her account of the story is that he punched the shit out of her, kneed her a few times, and didn't stop until she started bleeding.
I don't think it's allegedly. That motherfucker is incarcerated.
He probably did it. Yeah, he's in jail because of it. Well, I mean, he's arrested. He hasn't gone through trial or anything.
So wait a minute, though. Like, what's our, what are we talking about?
We don't like LeVar Johnson.
I mean, what's there to say? Yeah, he's an asshole. He's fucking huge. His nickname was simply put, Big.
Yeah.
Anybody's nickname who is big should not be fucking putting their hands on a woman.
Fuck yeah, I remember this son of a bitch. God damn. He is the shit that nightmares are made out of.
He got shot in the gut. He's got a big ass fucking
didn't he
wound on his belly.
Didn't he get shot a couple times and he was okay with it? Look at this motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Look at that scar. Look at that scar on his stomach.
Yeah.
He got shot in his stomach and he was like, so?
Yeah. You want him fucking kneeing you in the face as a fucking broad? I don't think so.
This motherfucker manhandled his woman.
Yep.
God damn. You know what you call him in prison? Your boyfriend.
Terrifying.
I scared myself.
Yeah.
All right, so me and Fred were talking before the show started. There wasn't a lot that went down this week in MMA, really. So what do you want to talk about? You said you want to talk about trash talkers?
Yeah, come on. So, fucking, before we end the show tonight, just on some fun shit. Greatest shit talker in combat sports ever. So, fucking, Floyd Mayweather, Ali, Conor McGregor, Chael Sonnen. Who is your pick for the greatest fucking shit talker of all time?
God damn, man. I'd have to go with Muhammad Ali, man. Because he's the original. To me, he's the original. Nobody else had done it before. Dude, Muhammad Ali was so crazy. He went, what was his name, dude? God damn, I can't remember.
Joe Frazier.
Is he the one where he went into his lawn, like at his house, and called him out to fight right in front of the fucking lawn? Because that dude was, I think Joe Frazier was afraid of crazy.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but I know he did a lot of shit with Frazier. Ali was definitely one of the greatest ever. He was innovative and witty.
I don't know who the greatest ever is, but I will give my honorable mention. Shannon Briggs, fucking with Klitschko. That shit was like out of a reality TV show. Fucking everywhere Klitschko goes, there's big old fucking Shannon Briggs. Food and fucking with him when he's on his fucking paddleboard and shit.
That's true.
Dude,
that was some pretty creative shit talk right there.
You saw the video we went to where Klitschko was eating like lunch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
He did it when fucking Klitschko was on his goddamn paddleboard. And here comes Shannon Briggs in a fucking boat to shit talking.
Oh, I gotta love that shit.
Good. That's true. That's good.
By the way, Jesse with a fun little comment talking about LeVar Johnson's girlfriend. He says, "Give that chick a title fight, she could take a hit."
Yeah, that's true.
Too soon.
I'll tell you what, fucking dudes like LeVar Johnson there, they should have to date women like Gabby What's-Her-Fuck.
Yeah,
the big broad, yeah.
Yeah, so when they get fucking smart and they go to throw her a beating, she fucking whips their asses. Like, what do you think about that, big man? I just fucking broke your arm in half.
All right, I want to see. You got Shannon Briggs. Who do you think, Fred?
You know what, man? I kind of like Ali overall, just because he's like a classic great. And obviously, I mean, you know, my honorable mention before I give my number one fucking pick, it's going to be Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, listen, as far as shit talking goes and just like kind of catapulting yourself into stardom, I mean, he's come to be a great fighter now, but it did start with all that shit talk and him basically just talking his way into being a star. I mean, that dude kind of took what Chael Sonnen did and ran with that shit and reinvented it and really fucking made a huge name for himself with the way he fucking talks. But you know who my favorite fucking shit talker of all time is? Mike fucking Tyson. Mike Tyson was the greatest ever, and he's almost still like that to a degree. Here recently, what was it? He was on the fucking Toronto like news thing. He's like, "You're a fucking asshole." Fucking asking me, they're like, "Mike, we're on live TV. You can't talk like this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about live TV, motherfucker. You're a scumbag and you're a shitbird. You shouldn't be asking me shit like that." Like Mike Tyson he threatened to eat Lennox Lewis's kids. That still gives me nightmares. I swear to Christ, that's still. I mean, that's just the shit that.
I'll tell you what, when he said that fucking, "I want to drive your nose up into your brain" and shit like that, I don't even know if he was. That's different, because like a shit talker's trying to get into your mind. Mike Tyson was a legitimate psychopath. Those were just his thoughts. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna eat your children. He was fucking thinking about it. He was actually legitimately thinking about eating Lennox Lewis's children. He wasn't trying to scare Lennox Lewis. He was trying to come up with his lunch menu for the next day.
Yeah,
that's a scary guy. And you know what I like about Mike Tyson the best is that he is still fucking completely psychopathic. And it's just a fucking, it's a cell membrane away from his fucking, that. Do you remember when he beat that dude's ass in a clothing store? Fucking Mike Tyson is one insult or one word taken the wrong way away from that at any given time. "Hey Mike, how are you doing?" "What'd you say to me?" "Fucking nothing. Nothing. I didn't say a fucking word to you." Because that dude will throw down and fucking put you in a coma. Fucking drop of a hat.
Listen, did you guys see the thing that he did, the special, where Spike Lee kind of directed it and he just like talked for like an hour about his life?
I think he went on tour with that, didn't he?
He did. Did you guys ever see it?
I didn't get to see it, man.
It was actually pretty cool, man. But quickly, before we end the show, at one point, Mike is telling the story. Okay, do you remember the fucking chick, Robin Gibbons?
Oh, yeah.
He was dating her for a while.
Yeah.
Fucking sexy broad. Okay, so...
I remember.
No, not dating her for a while. That was
They were married.
That was the ruination of his life.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, true. Okay, so listen. When they broke up, Mike is telling the story, and he's like, "Listen, I'm coming back to my house. I got to come back to get some clothes and shit like that. Well, I'm coming up the driveway of the house that I'm paying for that this bitch is staying at, and she's driving past me. And he's like, you know, I see a little shadowy figure on the passenger side, so we stop. I think it's one of her girlfriends." He's like, I get out. It's a fucking dude. And he's like, "You know who the fucking guy is?"
Yeah, I love it.
Brad fucking Pitt. He's like, I jump out of the car, and Brad Pitt jumps out, and he's like, sorry, Mike, it's not what it looks like. We're practicing, we're working on a role together. And he's like, I'm thinking, like, so I just knocked this motherfucker out? Is he really in my bitch's car up in my motherfucking house?
You know, that is the one. Brad Pitt shit his pants.
Yeah.
Of course he did. What the fuck?
I would shit my pants. I would say anything to not have Mike Tyson bare fist beat my fucking ass.
Seriously, all bullshit aside, I would have told Robin Gibbons, step on it. Do not stop this car. It's fucking him. Keep going. Don't fucking stop. What the fuck?
I'll tell you what, that'll show you what kind of cunt she is. I'd have been like, how are you hitting the brakes? You fucking mind?
Stop.
We are in a fucking car. He can't beat a car. Just go.
Hey, dude, if Brad Pitt got out of the car, right, and Mike Tyson's right in front of you, like, did you even bother running? Like, does your body let you run at that point? You know you're fucked.
I'll tell you how bad I would have freaked out. I wouldn't have got out of the car. I'd have locked the door like a little kid.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm telling you, I would have totally panicked. When she went to stop, I'd have fucking reached over and pressed on the gas. Do not fucking take me home. At least you talk to him later.
Dude, I'll tell you, that kind of punching power mixed with fucking mental instability, I ain't taking no fucking chances that I can talk my way out of it, because the voices in Mike's head might be talking louder.
So here's the curious thing, though. We asked about the fucking best shit talkers of all time, and all three of us named boxers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, they're kind of the originals. You know what I mean?
You think that's what it is? Maybe it's just an indication that MMA is still kind of new, and that boxing is still kind of held in that higher regard, even for people like us?
I think for me, the reason I picked all these is because he's the original shit talker in combat sports. You know what I mean? Like,
the reason I picked Shannon Briggs is because that motherfucker's creative.
Oh, I love that.
I never rented a fucking boat to go shit talk somebody on a paddleboard. That's awesome.
You know why though? It's because that dude,
motherfucker, here's my weight.
That dude's super. He's creative with it, but he puts fucking effort into his shit talking. You have to appreciate that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
I think right now those guys are just on a higher level, and it comes out more legitimate. You know what I mean? Like those guys, like Shannon Briggs, I honestly believe he's insane. Muhammad Ali, he was just the best at it, and Mike Tyson is insane. So I think maybe 2 out of the 3 shit talkers, it just turns out shit talking sounds a lot more legitimate if you are currently off your psychotropic meds.
If you're not actually talking shit, if you will literally bite a motherfucker's ear off. Hey, Holyfield, you keep headbutting me, I'm gonna bite your fucking ear off. I'm not joking.
And then he does it. Yeah.
And he fucking wasn't either.
Twice.
I remember I watched that fight fucking live when I was a kid. I was just like, did he really just rip his fucking ear off? Jesus.
I don't know if you guys remember that. I was talking to somebody about this the other night that didn't know about it. They were a bit younger. He bit his ear twice.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. He did it once, and they actually let the fight go on, and then he went and bit his fucking ear off that second time. It's like, ref, can you imagine that now? If Conor McGregor's fighting somebody and he gives him a fucking nibble on the ear, and they stop it and like, wait a minute, you bit him? All right, you good with that? Fight.
You good with that?
He bit him again.
We've had bites in the UFC.
Yeah.
I can't remember what motherfucker it was. It was one of the seasons of The Ultimate Fighter. You remember that? Like, and the guy admitted, he's like, yeah, it was a fucking bitch move, but you know, I fucking wanted to win. The guy has a fucking purple crescent up by his nipple. God damn.
I remember that, dude.
Yeah, you got that right, buddy. That was a major fucking bitch move. Christ.
Yeah.
Can't believe biting somebody, especially if you don't even spit out your mouth guard. What the fuck? That's a half-ass effort at best. Whew, get your teeth in that motherfucker.
Yeah, Tyson did. Tyson spit that fucking mouth guard out.
Yes, the second time he knew he didn't get his ear that first time, so the second time, then he fucking bites him.
He did.
You know all them fucking little videos where they put the goddamn glasses on him and they're like Thug Life or Gangster or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fucking Mike Tyson in fucking plain view of a million billion people. Now I'm gonna bite you.
Yeah, dude. Awesome.
He's awesome.
All right.
Oh yeah.
What?
I guess before we close the show, did you guys know that the most famous cocksucker on the face of the planet turns 50 soon?
Who?
Monica Lewinsky, turning 50.
Holy shit,
she's the most literal famous cocksucker.
Yeah.
The most famous cocksucker who has ever walked the face of the planet. I tell you what, that's power, man. Bill Clinton's dick so powerful, you suck it, you become famous for the rest of your life.
It's true.
Good job, Billy.
That's a trip right there, right? You're so famous, some chick sucks your dick, and now she's famous forever. It's it's crazy.
That's some good shit right there.
Yeah, people are still trying to fuck that bitch too. She did a TED talk, and she was talking about how like the night before she was at some event, and some like 23-year-old was trying to pick her up, and take her home. So.
Because they know she can suck a mean dick.
Yeah. Endorsed by Bill Clinton. That's what that is. All right. With hey, it's like fucking stamp on her ass, and Bill just going like that.
Smoking a cigar.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for today's show. Thanks for watching. You can follow Fred at Kirby_MMA. Follow me at Elot31. Aaron doesn't give a fuck. And you can follow us at Keyboard MMA. Appreciate everyone watching. Thanks, Andy, Mike.
All the fucking effort that you would have taken to fucking click the follow button. Go get some other friends to watch this goddamn show. I don't give a shit if you follow me on any social media.
Just click the share
Share
button.
Show. Tell a friend.
Yeah, there you go. Tell a friend. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks, guys, for coming on the show. And we'll catch you motherfuckers later. See ya.